I started a live show on Instagram back in October of 2018 with the hope that I could get different guests from the planner community to come on and talk about planner related topics and work on planner projects together to really create something that the community would like to watch. Being on Instagram Live means the video is only available for 24 hours. So I tried to save them so I can upload them here so more people will get to see. I hope you enjoy. Kicking me off. Maybe now we'll stay. Please stay. You're gonna mess up our thing if you don't let it stay. So, oh, it's on! People are coming! Yay! Okay. You are live with Amber Dominique of Planning a Better Me for episode 12. I've been getting the episodes wrong the last couple of times, so I'm going to try to stay on it. Yes, Posh, finally. I don't know what it was doing. I connected to Wi-Fi, and for some reason it worked, so hopefully my Wi-Fi doesn't trip. As soon as you request it, Posh, I will add you. So guys, we are talking about all things PR tonight, which I'm really excited because I feel like this is a topic we don't really talk about a lot. I think for some reason the PR thing is like a secret for how people want to run it or how to get on it. It's just kind of like you need to figure it out on your own, and it should not be that way. So I don't see your request, Posh. Did it let you request to be added? I didn't see it pop up. So Posh of Posh Plans is our guest tonight, and she's amazing. There's no way you haven't heard of her. So she is on. It's not letting you request. Try to leave and come back. Sometimes that works. Auntie Precious is ready to take notes. Awesome. So Posh is on Instagram, but also she does pop on YouTube from time to time. But if you're in the planner community on Instagram, I'm sure you've heard of her. Yeah, she is Life Ellie. One of my favorite things that Posh does is she's into black and white stripes. She's into black and white pattern. Also really into black and white stripes. And guys, it's my thing. Like right now you see this little piece of my room and me with black and white stripes, but I promise you if you could see the rest of my house, hello! If you see my house, you would see how connected Posh and I are with the black and white stripe. It's a thing. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Hi, everyone.
So I waited till you come because I wanted you to be on here when I said this. But one of the other things that Posh is known for is not just her love of things black, white, and neutral, but also for doing what is it that you do in the morning?
You mean the job that pays me?
Where you tell us the affirmations. That's what it is. The affirmations.
Oh yeah, those are my affirmations. I share them.
So it's really awesome because you can watch Posh every morning and she does these affirmations and they're definitely beneficial. And I love seeing that people wrote them in their planner and sent it to her. So
I know, I love that. I'm so touched and inspired to record them this year.
I'm so glad. So I mentioned about your YouTube, but what else are you using social media for?
My YouTube is, I've had a love-hate relationship with YouTube. Before Posh Plans, I was a luxury beauty blogger, lifestyle blogger. It was the Posh blog. And last summer, I shut it down. I was doing YouTube heavily on that, and I deleted all of that. So YouTube, I'm just now trying to decide if I'm going to commit to it. I really love Instagram, so I'm not sure. But YouTube, and then I have my personal account at Pasha Shepherd and this. And I dibble dabble in, what's that one? Snapchat. It's really just a tool I use to see what my daughters are doing. And Twitter. I just started a Twitter account where I'm just like really raw and
oh wow,
up for the punishment.
have to look that up. I'm like you. I really, really love Instagram. It's just so easy, and it's just like it's easy to not get focused on nonsense when you're just looking at
It's
pretty pictures.
very user friendly. I love it.
Yeah. So we are talking all things PR tonight. So, what made you first want to be a PR girl?
And I did not prepare. So
It's okay.
if
It
I
can be
pause, I took a long, beautiful nap today. So I did not prepare. So this will be off the cuff. Initially, I just wanted to, I figured if I'm buying all this stuff and I'm already sharing it, maybe there are some perks to it. And
right.
that's what initially I think we all want to do it for.
I think so too. So, what was the first team you applied for?
Ooh, oh, that was
Or
like
one
4 years
first?
ago. No, I want to go to the very first team. Her name is Melissa. Hi, Switzerland. Her name is Melissa. Posh Pieces. And
Oh,
back then, she did. Aisha, are you on here? Y'all may remember Posh Pieces because before Instagram, I was on Periscope,
I
and
know.
that's where I shared everything. Yep. So her name is Melissa D, and she is Posh Pieces. Um, that was my first shop I ever PR'd for, and I believe I was part of her first PR team. And she's awesome. Now she's written a book. She's done some junk journaling.
Oh,
She was
wow.
always an artist though. Excuse me. And I think she still does clips. And every now and then I'll send her a custom request, like she did a brown Santa for me this past Christmas. I love Melissa.
Oh, that's really special. So, when you look at different shops, what makes you think this is a shop that I would like to PR for?
Do I spend money there?
That's a good
That's
one.
it.
So, have you ever seen a shop request or do an open call that you've never shopped at and you thought, I would like to apply for them?
Yes, recently.
Which one was that?
Recently. It's a shop I've been looking at shopping all the time, but either they're closed when I have money to spend like that, or I forget. And then I saw the PR post and I was like, oh, but I feel weird because I haven't bought anything. So it's like, why would they choose me?
You know, I felt the same way, but I had two teams choose me that I hadn't made purchases from before. That I had
Good.
called, that I liked their things, but like you, it was like I didn't have when it was time to buy things, something always came up from them.
Yeah.
And I was so grateful that they chose me, and we have a great relationship now.
Good. Good.
So, when filling out an application, do you have any advice for girls for how to fill out the application and get selected and go through that process?
I mean, they ask direct questions, just as always, be honest. Sometimes I start on those forms and I don't even finish. I'm like, I'm not meant to
Not
be
for
on
you.
this team. I just can't. Like, you're asking too much. You're not paying me cash. You're paying me stickers, so I'm done. But just be honest about what you're willing to do. Sometimes in the notes, I'll try and tell them that I don't really do a lot of sale posts. Can I do more of something else? You know what I mean? That
Right.
kind of stuff.
That's me too. And so, have you ever been rejected in an application that a team that you really wanted to be on? How did you handle that?
Absolutely. I don't care.
I mean, it seems like the illustrious Posh is going to get selected.
No credit. Um, I I don't care. I'm just one of those people who I don't care. It's stationery and stickers. I can't get bent over that. If I still like their shop, I still shop.
That's
And I don't get butthurt if they don't choose me because I don't really know what they're looking for.
right.
Some shops won't choose me because I have a lot of followers. Some shops won't choose me because I'm honest. And if you send me some stickers that won't lift up off the paper, everybody's gonna know that. And some shops maybe just want new people. Some shops don't want diversity. It's just a lot of reasons why they wouldn't choose me. And I'm just from, I've been through, I don't want to get personal, but I've been through a lot in my life. So I'm very clear on what I need to disturb my peace. And
Right.
whether or not a shop that exists on Instagram chooses me, it's just not going to shake me.
I think it's important for people to know that you can't take it personal because it's business. So it's not, you're not great or your posts aren't great or your planner's not pretty. It's just that you didn't fit with what their business needed.
Whatever they're looking for.
Yeah. So I think it helps. I've had my feelings hurt before, but I've grown from it. It was, when you first started, I was like, well, I don't expect them to pick me because I'm started. And then there's some that I'm like commenting on all.
Some of them will only pick people with lower numbers because they think that we're saturated. The people with higher number of followers are saturated. And there's some shops they've come to me and asked me to PR. And I'm like, well, who else have you asked? Or who else have you already chosen? Hold on.
I think so too.
I'm trying to read these comments too. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
he just said if they didn't choose you, they should at least send you a message versus you find out when the announcement hits. I agree. I understand you can't respond.
Why though? Why should they?
Well, because I don't like to wait and then find out when it happens. It just say like,
Then don't wait.
Yeah, that's true. But sometimes
I don't mean to be rude. I'm like this with my friends. I'm very frank. Don't wait. Just put the application, let it go. And if you make it, great. And if you don't, push on. Like, I'm just kind of frank that way. Sorry,
go ahead.
Sorry. This is what I was saying. I've had shops contact me to PR for them. And I've asked about the other girls they were looking at or chosen. And I've seen a bunch of my friends with big followers. And I've backed out because I'm like, that's going to look crazy. Like, we all have people we talk to in the same circle and we're all posting your stuff. Like, it's too saturated. I don't think I would be a good fit. And I backed out. So
I think that's important to really care about what your followers are looking at.
You have to, because I love Aisha. I love Julie Plans. I love Angelica. But I don't want to do my news addiction. She's got, it's just too much. The same people follow us. And I hate personally when I see 9 PR posts in my feed from 9 people I follow. I'm like, okay, so.
I want to ask you that question, but I just wanted to say that there's been times where I've applied for a team and I didn't hear from them for like 4 or 5 months. Okay, maybe not that long, but a very long time. And then I've gone on and applied for other teams, and then they come back and say, hey, would you like to be on? And it's like, but I'm already devoted to somebody else because I didn't hear from you. So
why do you just PR for one team at a time?
I don't. But at the time where they came back and asked, I think I had like 4, so my load was just full. And
Can I respond to this comment?
Sure, what'd you say?
Her lovely plan. If you take the time to fill out the info, that's not asking a lot for a message. I get your point, but these shops are getting hundreds of applications. It's not realistic to expect a message, in my opinion.
Yeah, because we can't know how many they're getting either. It seems like it's just a handful, but we don't know.
Yeah. I have a hard time keeping up with comments. And I'm not a shop.
Right.
So it's just not, it'd be nice if they could, but it's not realistic to expect that.
Right.
They've got a lot of messages from people who placed orders, from people who want custom orders, from people who have an issue with their order, from people who just love their shop. And now they're supposed to respond to 100 different messages to PR. I just don't think it's realistic.
That's true too. I think sometimes too,
See, Nati's a shop owner and she just said you get too many applications. I got you.
I think too, sometimes we forget that they're working the shop for part of their life, but that's not their life. So they still have to be mom and wife and work their jobs, and they can't be on Instagram or doing shop stuff all the time. So
Right. And some of them will make a blanket announcement on their story saying, sorry for all that, thank you for all that applied, blah, blah, blah. That's sufficient to me.
yeah, I understand. So you were talking about not posting, or not, if you see 9 posts from the same team. So what I was going to ask is, are you sensitive to what you post so that you don't annoy your followers?
Nope.
So do you ever feel like how you said you don't post too many sales? Do you not post a lot of sales because you feel like it will distract from your feed, or it will annoy your followers to see a lot of sales?
I don't post sales because that's not my jam. I don't like to post sales unless I'm shopping them. If I've shopped them, you'll see them. Like I posted Gary's Prince vinyl sale.
Mm-hmm.
They were $1. I ordered twice and shared the sale.
Right.
I posted some other sale. If I shop it, I share it because that's what I'm doing. I'm just sharing. I don't have a shop. I'm not here just to get the numbers. I'm just here to share, and I love that. So I just share what I like. It's funny you asked that because a friend and I agreed to help out a shop. And I was texting the shop owner, and she was just like, how do I, what can I expect? This is what I want. And I told her flat out, I said, I'm not going to share your sales. But so-and-so shares everybody's sales. So she will have, she got your sales down pat. It's just, I just have to be authentic to who I am on here. And sometimes they're willing to make that adjustment for me, and sometimes they're not. And it's just not a good fit. If I like their stuff, I'm going to shop. So it's okay.
Right. I think it's good to know that you can say that you don't have to accept whatever the terms are. You have to
Shut up,
find.
Aisha. I'm sorry, Amber. She makes me get petty because she knows I'm talking about her. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
I scrolled back. Sorry, I missed her comment.
But Aisha petty, and she just go bug me.
A Procol said that she likes to show products and actions, and so Serendipity said too, and I feel like that. So I'm particular about my feed. I like my feed to look like I curated it and not like I just posted a bunch of random things. So I'll post it in my stories, but on my feed, on my page, I really don't like to put sales. Also, I don't want to be encouraging people to shop every single sale either. I think it's important to let you know that sales are happening, but if I'm posting a sale every week, then it seems like I'm either buying or I want you to buy every week, and that's not necessarily the case.
I mean, I just share what I want to share. I don't feel like I'm an influencer. I'm told I am. I'm told an enabler, but my reason for Posh Plans isn't to do that. So I'll post 4 sales back to back. I don't care. But typically if I post a sale on my feed, I will delete it after a couple hours because I don't want it there, but for a hot minute. You get what I'm saying?
Right. And I've done that. I just was a part of a team that I had to post like every Tuesday and every Wednesday and every Friday and put a sale.
Yeah, I do that.
And
I'll stop.
Yeah. It
Not
wasn't
gonna happen.
So once you're on a PR team, what do you think is the biggest misconception people have? What can we educate them on?
That you're gonna get a bunch of free stuff. The shop owners have to be, I mean, they're in there for business. And there's so many different types of way to do PR.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many right ways and wrong ways. I don't know. So I've gotten a lot of DMs about people talking about, I want as many followers as you. How do I PR? What? I can't answer that because I'm not here for that. You know what I mean? And PRing doesn't necessarily mean followers. I'll look at codes and see 6 people I know. It doesn't necessarily mean that, but it's just a bunch of free stuff. A lot of shops don't think it out. They don't prepare, and they don't take care of their PR. There was one shop last year that rubbed you the wrong way. And I just told her, I was like, just stop, because you're just doing it all wrong.
Yeah. The Crafty Ways brought up a point, because she said, how do you feel when you're asked to pay for shipping? And I think that's one of the misconceptions.
I know you saw the answer on my face.
Well, because one of the things is people think you're just going to get it all for free, and you're not. And I really think it's fair. If I'm getting the product, I think it's fair for me to cover shipping. But I just don't think people realize that you're not going to get all this stuff dropped off, because it costs a lot of money for them to send this stuff to you, and they have to pay shipping. So they're paying you to give them something that they're not sure they're getting in return. They're not sure they're getting these sales back.
No, they're not. The risk.
Yeah.
That's business. Yeah. I'm not paying for my shipping.
Really?
No.
There's some, it depends on what it is, but there's some that I don't have a problem paying for shipping. Like if I'm paying $3 or $4.
No. You are PRing for them. Okay.
So they send you everything for free. Like do you pick it out, or do they just send you what they want?
It depends on the shop owner.
Okay.
But let's be realistic. How much are they really sending you that you have to pay for shipping?
Well, I had a shop give me $25 worth of credit. Like I could spend $25 in the shop, but the code didn't cover shipping. So then I ended up paying like $5 for shipping. And to me, that wasn't that big of a deal.
It's not a big deal.
But I don't think I would pay like every couple of weeks or pay often for that. I just would have less stuff.
I'm not paying for shipping. I mean, I'm doing a job for them.
I get it.
You can't spend $3 or $5 to ship it to me. It's not a good match.
But now, have you ever had them send, like, there's other stuff you want, and then you pay for the things that you want that they're not sending to you?
Ask that again.
Have they ever said, hey, I'm going to send you this to PR, but you looked in their shop and there's other stuff you want, so you've paid for other stuff?
Oh, yeah, I'll place an order and use my PR code. Oh, yeah, that's different.
That makes sense.
I actually do that with cloth and paper.
They are commenting so fast on that. I'm having a hard time keeping up.
I know. I can't wait till the questions.
They said minions like them can't do that. You can do that.
Oh, no minions here. We're all just Planet Girls.
Okay, so it's the plan is saying that they should not be making you pay for shipping. And Lakeisha from Confident Canvas is agreeing with you. Okay, so pretty much she said it. I thought it was just me that didn't like to pay for shipping. That's what Crafty Way said. Okay.
I just feel like you're a business. Okay, I work in a law firm. We don't bill the clients for FedEx. Like, we don't bill the clients for a 47-cent stamp.
Makes sense. Part of the cost of business.
Yeah. You choose people to PR. Now, when you see people pick 20 people to PR, what are they doing? What are they really doing? You know what I mean? But if you pick 3 girls that you adore, you love their feeds, they've shopped your shop, pay for their shipping.
That makes sense.
You know,
but
or what
that makes a big difference if you have 3 or 20. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It's just a business expense. You should take care of you should treasure your PR, and you should keep your PR small to the point that you can take care of them, because they're working for you. If they're not working for you in the relationship, by all means, but, you know.
Right. So I want to cover this for people who aren't very familiar with the PR teams. So what are the perks and rewards that you generally receive being a part of a team?
Free merch.
I know it's by team, but just some of the things.
Free merch. You can get set a dollar amount to shop. You can earn a dollar amount to shop. Okay, so one of the shops, I get credit each month. I haven't even used my credit. Now that I think about it, I get credit each month to go shop. And then another shop, I earn my credit to shop. Like the first time she gave us a credit, then I earn it to spend it. And I bug her all the time because I'm like, You think I earn enough to get X, Y, Z out of your shop? You know what I mean? Those kind of things.
Yeah.
And then some shops just send you what they want to send you. I will typically stay away from those shops because I'm such an ass about what I want and what I'm going to use. I don't want your stuff if I'm not going to use it.
That makes sense.
And then affiliate payouts.
It's true. I've had one that offered you like a 10% commission based off of what sales
Mm-hmm.
you bring in. So I didn't go into
Yes,
it.
Christine, I'm talking about you. Sorry, she said, "Are you talking about me?" Yes, your show. I'm always like, "Will I earn? Will I be able to get?" And she's like, "Yes or no."
Yeah, I think that's better to come up front and say, this is what I want. This is what I'm hoping to get out of this relationship.
Oh yeah, but this is what I'm telling you. Christine runs it like a business. So you can talk to her. You can reach her. She will respond back, and she's realistic. You know what I mean? Like there's sometimes I'm like, did I really earn that, or is Christine just giving it to me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I may never know because of who she is. And she actually recently did a PR search, and I applied. Did you see my application? Okay, I digress. But she's about the business, and some of them really are, and they will work with you, especially if they know you're gonna love it and share it. Why not? You know?
Right. I think that's fair. I actually got a surprise. I joined a team because I really liked what was in the shop, and then the shop emptied, and all new stuff was there. And I was like, already committed to I'm on this team, but then it's like the stuff that's there isn't stuff that I would have necessarily ordered. So I found a way to make it work.
Yeah.
I was surprised. It was.
Well, good.
Yeah, we made it work. So how do you handle the commitment of time, meaning the post that you have to do and then balancing that with your regular everyday life?
I don't take on a lot because I'm just too busy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't take on a lot. And like I said, I will ask them if I can do it this way and if that will work.
That's a good question. She said, have you been on a team that makes you compete with other PR girls for the use of your code? Are you meaning like you guys are trying to compete for sales? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure. What do you mean compete? Define compete.
I was definitely on one that you had to compete for orders. So what they would do is post everybody's orders every week and say like, hey, you're not getting as many orders as so-and-so. You need to post more. And I did not like that spirit of competition.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, and I would have jumped out of that too.
That's
dumb.
exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. I didn't like forcing women to be catty against each other and fight to post things.
Oh God, no.
I want to know, how many sales I'm getting. I ask and say like, hey, is my code working? Because I want to know if the types of posts I'm doing are working. But I didn't like where it was like so-and-so got 70 sales. All these people got 0 or 1. And then it just makes you not like her as much, which is just terrible.
Yeah, hell no, I wouldn't do that at all. There is a PR shop I'm in where we compete for weekly free giveaways, but I don't like that stress either. So I don't participate. I just run my own race. I'm just like, that ain't my jam. I just cannot. This is my therapy. So if it costs me any kind of angst, I can't do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that sounds crazy.
Nikki said she was fired from a shop like that. I was fired too, Nikki. It might be
fire me.
It might be the same shop. But I really enjoy being on a PR team when we are a team and we're friends and we comment on each other's posts and we say like, hey girl, that's cute. I enjoy that camaraderie. And I really like teams where they allow us to talk and get to know one another. Ellie's telling, let me see. Oh, I understand Ellie. She said that they're boasting. All right, the comments are going quick for me, guys. Sorry. Yeah. So, I see you drinking. Yes. What are you drinking?
It's a White Russian.
Ooh. So, can we play a game with our drinks?
Okay.
We're gonna play like sip the tea. It's kind of like never have I ever. So I'm gonna make a statement. If the statement is true for you, then you can sip the tea. But if you want to elaborate, you can spill the tea and tell a little more. But you're not obligated to. So you can decide how petty you're ready to be.
Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Okay.
Okay. Have you ever unfollowed someone because you didn't like they post too many sales or too many PR posts?
Drink it if I have, right? In a New York minute.
I have.
All day. I don't want to see that.
I know. Have you ever unfollowed a shop because it's too many posts too? Too many sales?
Probably.
I have. It's hard because it's like I like that shop, but I don't see it sale all day, every day. Okay. So, some of my questions we already did. But have you ever declined to be on a PR team when asked? But we kind of covered that one, so that's good. Have you ever had someone message you and she's gonna need a refill with them sips? Those are some serious sips.
That's Stephanie. I ain't pay her no mind.
Have you ever had someone message you and tell you they're having a bad experience with the shop that you PR for, and you understand what they're saying because you know it's true?
Yes, and I will elaborate.
Go ahead.
This happened last year.
Keep talking. I'm gonna hit the clock. Keep talking.
Okay. Yep, I got sent a whole bunch of the little paper clips that are the balls of stones, and I received my stuff and loved it. I can't even think of her shop name right now, but I received my stuff and loved it. And then she branched on to do a PR team. It was just me. She was new. And I got a lot of messages, not just from customers who went to her, not you, LaQuisha, but other PR girls that joined the team that weren't getting their stuff. And I was like, what are you doing? You know, I was like, come on, you can't have your PR girls. Like, literally, it was the end of the PR term, 3 months, which is a normal PR term. And the other PR girls did not get their PR orders. So I said, huh?
Were they announced for being on the team?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Never could start.
The girls steady just posted everything. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, you haven't received anything. You can't even vouch for her. What are you doing? You know, and I stopped because I didn't like the way she did business. So I stopped sharing her stuff. And my last PR order was very late, and I didn't share it at all. Because I feel like if that's how you're going to treat people, I can't send people to you, because people do go off of my recommendation.
Right.
So yeah, that has happened. Another time, I wasn't PR, but I did order something, shared it. Someone ordered it on the strength of my order and got treated horribly. And I didn't want to get in the middle of it, but I told her what to go back and say to the shop owner. And I told her to say, like, you know, Pasha recommended your shop and you're doing, you know, stuff like that. And it worked out. And she was even rude about sending her order, but she finally did get what she wanted. But absolutely, I get all kinds of DMs, girl.
How do you handle being honest with them, but being professional and not, you know, because you don't want to badmouth a company too much and ruin your reputation. So how do you handle that balance of being honest? Well, because sometimes if we badmouth companies too much, then we're known as that. So is it like if it was them, it's them? You just tell the truth?
I think some shops don't choose me because they know how I am. I'm not, I don't get paid to post on Instagram. I'm doing me. Um, and I do blast out shops. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. But, and I am trying to be more like the lady. But there, I mean, I've had shops unfollow me and block me. But if you send me, unblock me then. Block me then.
Understandable. So, have you ever had to publicly separate yourself from a shop?
No.
No, I have. But it was the shop that I had no business being on in the first place. I knew in my gut that this wasn't right, but I thought I can make this work. And I learned that it's like you said, if this planning hobby is your therapy, you can't allow things to rob you of your joy. So don't even try to make it work, because it shouldn't feel like work. It should feel enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. I want to elaborate on some of the comments that I'm seeing. Okay, so when I speak badly of a shop, it's facts, and I'm not rash with it. You get what I'm saying? I'm expressing my disappointment and I'm moving on. I'm not going to go on and blast. I'm just going to be like, you know, and I'm going to talk to the owner first before I say anything and just move on. And sometimes people will ask me about a shop and I'm like, I had an issue. You may be fine.
Yeah, I think that's fair. So if you were a shop owner, how would you structure your PR team? Because I think it's good for, if we're talking about it, for the shops to see like what could they do to improve their teams. So how would you structure your team, the responsibilities and the perks?
Oh man, I don't even want to ever be a shop. I guess, how would I structure my PR? No coquito, white Russian. Yes, I would choose you. Geez, I would probably prepare PR packages in advance, a certain number, then choose that number of people that I think would represent my shop and send it in advance. And then give shop credit and pay for their shipping.
So you get a chance to look at the products and see things.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense. But now you said send it to them in advance. So what if they're particular about what they used and they wouldn't get to pick?
Oh, well, then that's too damn bad.
See, I feel like when you choose somebody,
I'm pretty neutral, though. I'm pretty neutral. You don't have to worry about kawaii. You don't need hollow. You don't need glitter. I'm very neutral. So my shop might be kind of boring, you know, but you make a good point. The next package, we can have a conversation, you know.
I think you're going to look at somebody's feed before you choose them. You can scroll their feed and see if their aesthetic fits with yours and know if they're going to be a right fit. So there's no reason why, if everything you have is Care Bears, for you to be picking somebody that just does neutral and more mature things. It just doesn't make sense. It's like you're wearing the circle peg.
Not at all. And I got to tell Jen and Christine to shut up and leave me alone. But I have had shops reach out to me and ask me, I'd love to send you some stuff. Will you go look at my shop? And I look at the shop and I'm like, they clearly did not look at my feed. Like,
they looked at your followers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way I could. What about me says little mice? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And I'll just tell them I don't think it's a good fit, but thank you for thinking of me.
That's true. So I like what you said for how to structure your team, but just to add to it, one of the best, it's not favoritism, but one of the best PR teams I'm on is Print Price Slay, for the way she handles her team. And she told me from the beginning, I do my team very different. You know, I hope that works for you. And if not, but she literally scheduled, before she announced you were on my team, she scheduled a phone call and we had to go through what were the terms. You know, is that something that you would be okay with? Get to know one another, because it was a faith-based shop. she wanted to know where I stand as far as faith and things like that. And I feel like that, to me, that bond of that relationship is more what I'm in for being a PR. I don't want to just get free stuff. If I want something, I'm going to buy it. I don't really need, the free stuff is fun, but I don't need it. But I do.
And that's why I don't care if they choose me or not. If I like their shop, I'm going to buy regardless. It's just a perk.
So if it's her only job, or if it's her side job that she really needs it, I would like to help you get sales if you have great things. So I like having a relationship. I feel like we're friends and we talk and I'm really helping you. So I definitely think having personal contact is important.
How long is her PR term for?
I want to say it was 6 weeks. Do you remember what it is, LaQuisha? I can't remember.
She did all of that for 6 weeks?
It might have been long. It was long. Her term was longer than most terms. But when she came to me and kind of said like, hey, we're doing the call out again. Do you want to stay on? And I was like, I'd love to stay on. Yeah, it was 3 months. Yeah. So I said, I'd love to stay on as long as you'll have me. And then so she just, oh, there she is. Hey, Kelly. She had 3 months. 3 months.
Okay.
But yeah. And she was up front that her term was longer than most. So
typical.
Really? Because I was in one that was a lot shorter. But I appreciated that she went through everything, because I think a lot of times people get excited to join the team and they go through the application and they see all the requirements and then they say like, are you willing to do this? And they click yes, but when it comes down to it, they can't commit to that. And then it's just kind of hard for both.
She's running her PR the way that she wants to, in every sense of the word, down to the nitty-gritty of making sure she likes the people. So good for her.
I like it. Oh, she said, have you been on a PR team for 12 months? See, I can see you being on a team for 12 months if it's by choice, because you don't want to leave. I can see that happening.
No. Primarily, no.
Now, this is actually a question I hadn't thought of.
I do have codes for shops I don't PR for. I'm currently only PR for 2 shops. All those other codes, or because I'm a frequent shopper and I like to share. That's it.
So do you ever feel like you have to take a break from a shop because you want the time to PR for somebody else?
No, because the PR term is for 3 months. I'm going to give them that 3 months. I may know at the end I'm not going, staying on, but.
Okay. You'll do the 3 months, but then
I honor my commitment.
That makes sense. So, is there anything else that you want to add that you would tell somebody about being on the PR side, being on the shopper side, or being on the shop owner side?
Just to be genuine at all costs, even if it offends someone. Be true to yourself. As a PR girl, there is a fine line between you can't do it for the follow. I don't get that. So you're never going to find me supporting that. I've never had that urge or urgency, so I can't get behind that. You PR because of the perks and because you love the shop and you want to help the shop any way you can. From the shop side, cultivate, I guess what Pray Slay is doing, cultivate a small number of girls. Why not diversity? And do what you can do. Don't get I've had shops I've PR'd forget all this PR. The orders start coming in and then we can't get our PR stuff because they're too busy. So less is more sometimes. And both sides, let's be authentic. Let's have more conversations. Reach out to your PR girls with what you like and don't like that they're doing. And let's all be adult. If it comes to a separation, be adult about it. Don't down the shop because it didn't work out. I mean, it's Instagram,
Right. At the end of the day, it's just stickers. I mean, it's a lot to us, but still, at the end of the day, it's what it is.
Yeah.
That makes sense. There was another thing, too, that bragging on Kelly from Print Price Slay, but she did frequent check-ins, like with calling you, you know, halfway through the term, and she said, hey, how do you like things in the shop? Do you have any suggestions? Or, you know, she said, how are things going for you? Like, she did this, it was a full list of check-in, and I kind of like when shop owners, and I've had other shops do it too, but I like when shop owners ask the team for feedback, because since we're talking to people and since we're using the things, I think we can offer a lot as far as how you can improve your shop. She said,
I feel like they shouldn't have to ask. And maybe I'm abrasive, but I'm quick
just
to tell
offer.
the shop. I mean, you're part of a team. You're there to help them. So tell them what works and what doesn't. And if they can rock with that, it's a good fit and they're serious about what they're trying to do. I mean, I'm PR for a shop, and I've told her this won't work because, you know, she got she got stuff from another shop to put in something she's working on. And I was like, okay, but we all got that at WPL, so, you know, I wouldn't use it. You know what I mean? Right. She can do what she wants with that information. But, you know, I was like, I wouldn't use that. She didn't ask my opinion, but I'm on your team. Take it or do what you want with it. And just don't get the feelings all caught up in it. I'm not responsible for what other people think. So I'm just going to put it out there. If they love it, great. If they don't, that's good too. It's her shop.
It's true. See, I'm team talk too much. So I'm going to tell you, and some people don't like to hear it all the time. So I think that's a good relationship when they're willing to hear your feedback. I think that's good.
Agree.
So there was a question about how do you feel about having minimum requirements for followers to be on a PR team?
I mean, that's the shop's prerogative. I don't feel no way.
I agree. I really do think a lot of times it feels like you have to have a ton of followers to be on a team, and that's not the case. Like how you mentioned.
Yeah, before, I disagree.
Some people want lesser amount of followers. However, I feel like PR team needs to be mutually beneficial. So it's not, if they're not getting sales off of giving you free stuff, then that's not the right relationship for them. I think it will be better for them to give you a code to get your things discounted because you like shopping with them than for them to give you a whole bunch of free stuff and they're not getting anything in return. Because at the end of the day, they have to stay in business.
Or let it be an equal mix. It's just, and this is why I think I love the relationship I have with Christine, is PRing for her, there's no cookie cutter way. You know, she's smart. What works for me, she's willing to make it work. And I love that because I'm not cookie cutter. Right. And I don't do a lot of PR because of that. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So you want to play another game?
I'm out of my drink.
It's not a drinking game.
Okay, yeah.
So if you had to choose, I'm going to give you 3 items and give you 3 things to put with them. So the items are washi tape, stickers, and decorative pens. And when I say decorative, it doesn't necessarily write good, but it's pretty. Mm-hmm. So one of them, you get to keep the amount that you have currently in your stash. One of them, you get an unlimited lifetime supply. And one of them you throw away forever.
Okay. Unlimited supply of washi tape.
Really?
Black. Throw away the decorative pens. And the other one is whatever the other option was.
Whatever stickers you have, you keep? Okay. So I would throw away the decorative pens as well, because I would much rather have a pen that writes good, that's not pretty, than a pretty pen that skips on me. Like, literally, the pretty pens get given away if they don't work right. Mm-hmm. And
let me show you the pens I typically reach for. They're not, you know.
Right.
Maybe this one's pretty. Okay, so this one I keep because it's pretty. That's it. because it's a ballpoint. I mean, who's writing with ballpoint pen, Amber? Nobody. But I do keep that because I like it. You know, I like the look. And I keep this one because I love Shannon.
That's so pretty.
And it is a good writing pen. I'll give her that. And I love the fact that she hooks a charm onto her pen. So I keep that. And I just think this is just freaking adorable. But other than that, my pens are not fancy. You know what I mean? They're just basic. But I think.
Like my pen. I have these Inkjoy gels everywhere.
Oh, those are awesome.
Like I'm next to my bed right now. So they're by my bed, they're over on the desk, they're in the living room, they're in my purse, they're in my coat pocket. However, have you tried the Sharpie pen? Mm-hmm. I just tried it and I really like it. I don't think it's gonna be my like replacement of this, but I like it. You see the illustrated face pen?
Yep. I love it.
Ellie
asked
this. Oh yeah, Ellie asked you where her pen's from, but I don't know which pen she's talking about. I don't know which pen.
This one was a gift, so I don't know.
Yes, Lakeisha, I keep pretty pens for flat lays too. Like I have a couple that are just.
This one is couture pens. I love Tell. I used to keep pretty pens for flat lays, but I don't really do a lot of flat lays anymore. So
that makes sense. Ava says she changes the cartridge of the pretty pens that don't write well. Where do you get the cartridges, Ava?
See, I don't do that because I fret about choosing the right size or the right fit, and I just can't. So I just don't.
That's true. That makes sense. So
you're welcome.
I feel like I'm going to know the answer to this question, but we're just going to ask it for the audience. If you had to choose, would you rather have Planner Peace or be Planner Famous?
Oh, I don't love that term. And I have Planner Peace. I'm going to go with Planner Peace.
Yeah. I'm a Planner Peace. I'm starting to feel sad for people that keep saying, I can't find Planner Peace. I can't find Planner Peace. Because I don't understand, if you've been doing it for so long, why you can't find peace. And I feel like sometimes it's because you're looking at what everybody else is doing and not figuring out what works for you. But it's like, I would have given up.
Hard.
For 2 years and I didn't find peace, I'm giving up.
And that's hard because, I mean, who doesn't want to try all the things? But I'm so happy in Pocket. It's going to take a lot to move me. You know what I mean? And I'm picky. So I'm loving the Hobonichi craze right now, the weeks, but I don't want a tall, narrow book. So that knocks that out. I love the A6 width, but I hate that it looks like an album. So that knocks that, I'm like, my money's safe. You know what I mean? I love the size of the Pocket. So that works.
It's true. Well,
Eddie?
I am done with my questions, so we've got just a few moments before it kicks us off, and I'll just entertain comments.
Okay. Pocket for life.
Lakeisha says, "What is even Planner Famous? What does that even mean?" I don't know. Planner Famous was a term that I picked up as people keep talking like Planner Peace, and it's pretty much that people want to follow you because your planner's so pretty, but you're popular because your planner's so pretty, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're enjoying what you're using. Just because everybody else likes it and the picture looks good, it doesn't mean you found peace, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Laura talked about FOMO.
Oh, I cannot do this. Ooh.
We're kind of talking about FOMO tomorrow on my live show. How do you feel about a PR team where you only get printables? I feel like that's a waste of my time. I prefer stickers and want something more tangible for my hard work.
I mean, if you have a silhouette and that's your jam, go for it. I looked at a shop today. I love their kit, but it was an all printable shop. Back right out. I can't. Just can't.
I'm a printable girl. I don't want to use something and then it's gone. So if I have the printable, I can use it as many times as I want. I can make it big and small. So I definitely understand. I think if I wasn't me, I would want the actual tangible item. But I do like printables.
I saw a question if it's okay to be more on more than one PR team. Yeah. As long as there's no conflict, I think so. And a lot of shops will ask you on the app application what other shops you PR for. And I think that helps them make their decision too. But I'm
Definitely.
PR for a ton of sticker shop, not PR. I have codes for a ton of sticker shops that I order from, or oh gosh, the dangle charm and the tails are killing me. And I have codes and shop a bunch of different shops. I'm trying to stop buying those things, but yeah, as long as it doesn't overlap and you are using everything, yeah, you can be on more than one PR team.
It's true. I set out when I was on multiple, I set out to try to keep one of a certain type so that I wouldn't feel like I was juggling competing teams. So one for inserts at a time, one for clips at a time, something like that. Sometimes shops have things that overlap and you just really can't get around it, but you just focus on different things. But I think the biggest thing with committing to multiple teams is make sure you can honor those commitments. Because if somebody's asking you to do 1 or 2 posts a week, and then you have 4 of those to do, that's a lot of posts. And that means you may not get to post the things that you just wanted to post because you're so busy doing PR posts all the time.
Right.
So.
Right.
Michelle said, principal saved my anxiety for waiting to the mail to come.
Yeah, it's all about what your jam is. I don't want to print.
It's true.
But if you're good with printing and you can do it, I cannot do it either. So then there's that. So if that, to all of you that can print your own stickers and they look good, I can't, and I don't have the time. So
that makes sense. Plans, Bling and me. We are talking about that tomorrow too. Staying up to grab a sale and things that, because lately it seems like the planner community has had a push to like buy all the things, and some people are pulling back and saying I'm on a budget or I'm on a no spend. So we're talking about limited edition things and sales and things like that tomorrow too.
I mean, if you want to. I don't always. I miss out on a lot. Like I miss the stripes with the bows from Simply Gilded.
Keep going.
It just is what it is. I wanted it. I was like, dang, I actually want that one. But then I was like, it's washy, Pasha. It's washy. You know what I mean? So I won't stay up. I'll just let it ride. And if there's some when I get to it, great. If not, I'll just beg for samples.
My feelings are still hurt that I didn't get the Gold Mining Cocoa Queen Bee box because it sold out in 5 minutes.
I am always late with her stuff. I'm like, dang, Felicia, like, I kind of want to ask her for a heads up, but that wouldn't be fair. But I missed so many of her things.
I'm not going to stress myself out about stuff I didn't get. I really am not. Because there's so many other things I'm getting, so I'm not going to, I could be sad about it, but it is what it is.
Same. Or I bug her and Erica, Isosella Jules all the time. Like, do you have any more left? Because I missed the memo. You know, a lot of the time it's Aisha that keeps me up with who's coming out with what, because I can't keep up with it all sometimes. And now sometimes they have some, sometimes they don't. And it's just, all right, well, I missed out.
I need to do having a good planner friend, because having a planner bestie changes your whole experience. We should talk about that. Yeah, Ava, that's exactly what I want to talk about tomorrow. Is like so much the limited edition. It's starting to get much, but yes, Erica definitely.
I don't know, Erica. I was stalking your site at 4 a.m. this morning looking for that pad, and it's all sold out. Are you re-releasing that?
This is why I don't
not on the spot.
If it's sold out right away, like right away, and everybody wanted it, why can't you reprint some of them? I don't understand that.
It's up to the deal they have with their manufacturer and their own money. They front the money for these things. So,
but if it's sold out in minutes, like I'm not talking about by the end of the day, like minutes. Obviously, we want your stuff. We want that. So try.
Yeah, but they set a budget. This is what I've learned. Oh, thank you, God. I will PayPal you the money. But I am of the school of the shop's gonna do what works for them. So
that's true.
And I've learned working with Felicia is they front the money for these things. The keep going bags and the I'm not needy, I'm wanty bags. I just was like, will you help me do this? You know what I mean? And Felicia's awesome, so of course. But she fronts the money for that. I didn't help her front the money for that. And then when it's gone, it's gone. That's her prerogative. So I don't get, again, this is me. I can't get bent because they ran out. I mean, you know, it just is what it is.
That makes sense.
It is what it is.
It's going to kick us off. I want to thank you so much for coming on and talking tonight. I really enjoyed having you as a guest.
Thank you. It was fun. We should do it again, Amber, just to like shoot the shit.
Seriously, if you ever have something you want to talk about, or if you just want to just talk, just not have a
You're
topic.
so much better behaved than Lamika and Aisha. Oh my gosh.
I try. You guys definitely look for Posh on her. If you're not, I'm sure you're following her, but if you're not, go follow her on Instagram, okay? Good night.
Get that heat. Bye, y'all. Go Patriots. Wow.
If you'd like more tips and inspiration on how you can be a better me too, subscribe here on YouTube and follow me on Instagram at the links below.